Okay, welcome to 94.9 32 FM. This is Scoreboard Reloaded. I am Peter Omo. On the show this afternoon, we'll talk about the MPFL. You know, when you thought that we're done with those years of rascality, we're done with the years of violence, I can't remember any happening this time last season. I'm not saying it didn't happen, but in this early part of the season. But we saw one yesterday in Kano, and isn't good enough. Isn't good enough. So we'll talk about that on the show. And when we talk about violence and all that, one of the things that I always try to mention is what is the book saying, or what is in the rule book for us to know so we can apply it and see where judgment will come. Some said, you know, close down Sani Abacha Stadium. Some say, take them away from that place. Some said, allow them play behind closed doors. It's good that shooting stars players, even though some of them got injured, safe. That's the most important thing. But football, I saw this also in DR Congo when they lost to Senegal by 3-2. And like we said on Saturday on the pitch, we're hoping that security will be in top gear in Uyo on Tuesday. Football have emotion. All right. So from that appointment, Insurance of Benin, don't forget, sacked their head coach, said, you're not doing anything. They brought in Bazwaye. Bazwaye did not get a win in that game against Gold City in Lagos. But now they've appointed one man who have won the Nigerian Premier Football League before as their new head coach. Kennedy Boboye is a new gaffer in town, is a new sheriff in town in Benin City, Edo State. From there, we jump and talk about the day of reckoning. Just about a few hours from now, the Super Eagles will find out their hope for the World Cup. But before that, I've got many in terms of messages on my timeline over the weekend. Permutation. Oh God, I thought last week was it. But this week it will be hotter. Or in the next few days or few hours it will be hotter. Because some are saying, Samis, can you help me check what's going on? Because I need to get some real updates. Say, Cameroon don't win your game. It was the first Madagascar. And Madagascar did not win. They lost to Mali. And I said, Eric Shell, your country did Nigeria a favor in part one. There are many parts to it. So Mali beating Madagascar put Madagascar at a disadvantaged position. But don't forget, there's still a Gabon, there's still a Cameroon, all in that place just to get into the playoff zone. Real long. God. Ghana. Congratulations to you, my friends in Ghana. Some of you have even traveled from Ghana, you have gone to the US, but we'll keep talking. It's good to see that you guys have qualified for the World Cup, but I know that you're going to feel very bad knowing that AFCON starts in a few weeks from now in Morocco and you will not be there. But they say, you know what? We lost the battle to win the war. When you say, hey, you have SAMIES. If that mic is on, he said, hey, then something has happened. We'll get to that. The World Cup will get us talking on the show. Of course, the ATP. And there's a new tournament starting in Saudi Arabia where the big guns will be getting big money for playing tennis. Yannick Sinner, Carlos Alcaraz, Daniil Medvedev, Novak, Taylor Fritz, Stefano Tsitsipas. We get some good money in the coming days. It's a pleasure having you guys with me. There's SAMIES here, there's DOLAPO here. Let's talk some sports and mention football, especially on the show. SAMIES, so what is shocking you at your end?
Good afternoon, Peter. Good afternoon to DOLAPO and also everyone who has joined us on the show this start of a new week. It's just the developments in Group H where I see they already qualified Tunisia, not taking any prisoner, defeating Namibia, who are second placed presently by 3-0, and then I see Liberia and Equatorial Guinea also playing out a draw at this point. And for Liberia, maybe we still say they have an advantage. If they get to win their game, they would go above Namibia, that's in the qualification series, and also have a better chance of playing in that or finishing higher, and that's in the second-ranked placed teams who are going to be playing at the playoffs. But this is just coming as a surprise where I look at it's nothing to lose for Tunisia. But this side is still wanting to go the entirety of the
you want to lose guard?
They qualified already. 20.
You don't want to
before
lose
this game. They have 25 points.
I get,
and that's automatic qualification.
Because you qualified for the World Cup, you now want to 𝐒𝐈𝐒. They beat you at home in front of the home fans. That's your last game before the Nations Cup. If I thought they get to play a free friendly game, this is like tell them like a dress rehearsal for the Nations Cup. So beat them maybe and beat them well. count the goals, count the numbers, count the point. That's what you need to do. If you're
this
the
is
head
also
coach
one of
of
the side that
you're
has
the
not
head coach of
considered.
Tunisia, you tell your team to go lose.
And this is also one of the side that was not considered in the World Cup qualifiers.
So they want to keep that record.
And they've not lost the game at all.
So it's good for them. It's good for them. As we speak, also the game in South Sudan and Togo is goalless. And in Group H, where we have Tunisia, like Samis mentioned, that game is about 15, 12 minutes more. So we might see more than 3 goals in Tunis, where they lead against Namibia by 3 goals to nil. Sao Tome and Principe lead against Malawi by goal to nil. It's 1 apiece between Equatorial Guinea and Liberia. So we might not get to see that finishing line there. We might get to see that finishing line then. But Samis, DOLAPO, is good to have you. Let me get to hear from you, because the key one for us that will, you see, it is not just enough for us to win. The key one will be put your eyes on the game between Cameroon and Angola, the game between, I think that is it, and then see what happened. There's also in that group Cameroon. I want to just find out. They've got yes, that's the key. What I'm saying there. There's Cape Verde and Cameroon. So let me go back to the game. There's Cape Verde against Eswatini. So Samis, what we just need to do here in that part of the permutation is Angola. Can you help us beat Cameroon?
It will not happen.
It will not happen.
Good afternoon, Peter. Good afternoon,
Underneath your
Tanis.
breath, that it will not happen.
Good afternoon to everyone who has joined us on the show this afternoon. Well, it's a week of combinations and permutation and different ways of reading each rules. I was going through some rules in the morning earlier today, and I was seeing ways Nigeria can qualify, and everything just keeps on being funny to me. I was reading the CAF rules. We win 1-0 against Benin Republic and expect Rwanda to just hold South Africa, maybe a draw. They can beat South Africa. I think there is no way when it comes to playing the playoffs, because we need goals. At least we need to score, at least defeat Benin Republic with at least 3-0 to qualify, because when you look at this playoff zone,
it's not enough.
No, for the playoffs,
yes,
it's not enough, because when you look at it, other teams that are here also have goals. They have goal difference. We are all looking at the point. What if that is only if they lose their games? Yeah, we can see the type of miracle that happened yesterday when Mali defeated Madagascar. It can happen again, Cameroon losing their game. But we all know here that they can still qualify automatically from their group. They would want to win that game. So this thing is kind of very open. I think the only way for us now is to top that group. To me, that is the only way we can qualify for the World Cup. Because I'm not seeing a situation where Cameroon is losing their game. I'm not seeing a situation where DR Congo is losing as well.
Okay,
where Congo is losing
Samis,
as well.
help us with the rankings for the teams that can get there. But the question to you, Samis, is that which is more difficult, to qualify automatically or to find that back room or that back door to play in the playoff, the round robin on the continent?
Well, for qualification automatically, I think that's a very difficult one for us, because that is not in our hands when you talk about qualifying automatically, because there's a South Africa who also want to do their own assignment so well against Rwanda, and they have a point just above the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And for the Super Eagles going into that game against the table toppers Benin Republic, yes, I know that they have to win their game if they want to make it into the competition proper. That's the World Cup proper. So that's why I said it is not in their hands, because a victory for them and a victory for South Africa definitely erases their own feat of getting a victory over their opponents in Rwanda, that's Benin Republic. But to talk about the teams who also are in that position, so we have Gabon now with 16 points, right? That's 16 points for Gabon. We have Burkina Faso, well, who also, I think Burkina Faso are in action, or would be in action also later tomorrow. So they are on 15 points. Niger, they have 15 points. And Cameroon, they have 14 points. So these are the nations that are set to play tomorrow. This is with the points they've gathered from the bottom placed teams.
Yeah.
That is we have that point. That's the points that are called out now. It is with the penalty of being deducted the points from the bottom placed team. So for us, that's the Super Eagles of Nigeria. With that point deduction, we have 12 points. And a victory for us tomorrow would give us 15 points. So that 15 points, it's only Cameroon we would be open, doesn't get a victory tomorrow. So
at the moment now, make it very simple to the average
Gabon,
Nigeria.
They have a point ahead of us. They have 16 points.
16 points.
Burkina Faso, they have 15.
15 points.
Niger, they have 15.
15.
And
They won.
Cameroon.
Niger beat Zambia yesterday.
Yes.
That was the sad one when I was watching that.
So,
So Niger on 15 points.
Yes.
Who comes fourth?
Cameroon with
How
14
many?
points.
14 points. Now, hold on. The first team is Gabon, 16
Yes.
points.
They are gone already.
That means they have one more
One
game.
more game.
And that game is coming up tomorrow, if I'm right.
Yeah, Gabon will play their game tomorrow.
Yeah. Who comes second? Who's got 15 points in that?
That's Burkina Faso.
They are playing also tomorrow.
They are playing tomorrow.
Who's got 15? Who's third?
Niger.
Niger. They had no game again.
They've
So they
won
are
their
stuck
game
with
already.
15.
Yes.
I think Burkina Faso played yesterday. They won 3.
Yeah, they won. They won 3-1 yesterday.
won.
Okay,
So
so let's get
they
that.
won.
They are
Let's
done
get
too.
this information straight. So
They
it
won
means that
3-1.
Burkina Faso and Niger will stay on 15 points.
15 points.
Yes.
Yes.
So who is on 14? Cameroon.
Cameroon.
If they win their game against Angola, they will be
They
on
go
17.
17 points.
That means they go ahead of Gabon.
Gabon.
Yeah.
But Gabon still have a game to play
also.
also. So let's assume both of them get to win that game. Let's assume now. This is where we find ourselves, man. So Gabon will be on 19. Cameroon will be on 17. If both get to win their game, right?
Yeah.
That means they'll sit both first and second.
And Nigeria, if we get to win,
Yeah.
and you know,
So
us
what's
winning-
the difference? What's the goal difference for Burkina Faso now?
Yeah, that is very important. now.
Because they have 15 points.
And I think they would still
No, that's what I'm saying.
remove.
For us to win, the
Yeah.
goal difference for Burkina Faso is +6.
+6.
For Niger, +1.
+1.
And for the Super Eagles presently, we have a +3.
+3. So it means that if we get to win 50, if we get a win tomorrow, we'll be on 15 points.
Yeah.
Then we'll move ahead of Niger because they have +1. We have +3. You get what I'm saying
Yes.
now? Okay.
So
What
let's
the-
not forget South Africa also, they have 11 points presently.
Okay. If they get to win,
They
they'll
have
go on
14 points.
That means they will sit top of the group. At the end of it,
Yes.
if we beat Benin
That
Republic.
is if we beat Benin
Benin
Republic.
Republic.
Benin Republic.
I think a lot of drama to look out
think
for
that
tomorrow.
I've been getting numbers that this Super Eagles with us winning back-to-back African Player of the Year, we've not scored plenty of goals. To think that our first opening games we had 4 points doesn't speak well. To make the matters worse, Nigerians, South Africa, they were deducted 3 points and 3 goals. They still sat ahead of Nigeria. That's the most crazy part of the numbers I got.
So many things.
We having
I can't
a
remember the last
back-to-back,
time
a
we scored 3
back-to-back,
goals in a game.
a back-to-back Player of the Year with a Super Eagles stroke that going forward they should be banging in the goals. We've not scored those goals at plenty.
Back-to-back Player of the Year.
To think that our first 4 games we had 3 points and we're thinking of going to the World Cup to make matters worse.
Like Blessing said on Saturday.
They got
They
3
won
points
the
away
fifth.
from South Africa and 3 goals. Those guys still sat ahead of us.
Blessing made mention of a point on Saturday that the only defeats we faced in this qualifying series happens to be the one that has put us in this downward
We lost only 1 game.
Yes.
That's to Benin Republic.
Oh, those draws.
Where we scored first.
Yes.
And we lost by 2 goals to 1.
Those draws, especially the draw against Zimbabwe.
How many draws? Let me even do something.
I think we played 5 draws. Because we've won 3 games.
If I've lost 2 of those 5 we drew and
won 3,
we have been
it is
better.
still good. But
Sometimes
those
people-
draws
when,
were.
when people post this unbeaten nonsense,
Yeah, you actually.
it's unbeaten trash that people post and say because we have 10 draws, say it's
Unbeaten.
unbeaten.
Draws,
Unbeaten
you at times you
interesting.
just get satisfied with 1 point. But forget now that having 0 points in 2 games and having 2
2
points,
points.
in
Yes.
2 games
Yes.
And
is better. Because when you have 2 points in 2 games and then you lose your next game,
you stayed 2.
you still have 2 points.
But
now
you-
you drop 2 points, you have
But
0
now
points
you-
in 2 games and then you win your next game. That's
That's
3
3
points.
No, I think this is it. We've too much of the draws is not good enough. But I think it would have been better if we had lost
5 draws of
5
9
draws is
games.
bad against teams like this, against country like this makes it bad. Yes, probably a good draw against Zimbabwe because
See,
we might just need it.
I want to
later
tell you
on.
how bad the Super Eagles are. 5 draws, right? Now you look at the number of goals we've also scored. Just 11.
11, that's what I'm saying.
How many?
When you
Just
have-
11.
How
And
many
we've
penalties?
conceded
Like 3
8.
penalties.
We've conceded 8.
We concede in almost every games. We concede against almost everybody.
We
And
kept
I think
twice, and that was against
Rwanda
Rwanda and Lesotho.
Lesotho. No, the first leg against Lesotho was 0-0.
That was the game.
No, Lesotho, we won here now.
We won Lesotho,
them.
yeah,
We won,
2-0.
we beat them away from home, 2-1.
2-1.
Yeah, on Friday.
We kept a clean sheet.
That
I think
was
in the
away
first
from
leg.
home. It was 1-1. The first leg.
The first leg was on. We didn't keep a clean sheet.
Yes.
We didn't keep a clean sheet against Lesotho. I think we kept a clean sheet against the Benin Republic.
We kept one against Rwanda. 2-0
against Rwanda. That's the only one we kept. I can't remember any other one.
2-0.
Only against Rwanda.
Okay.
And I think maybe the over-reliance on the man in which I saw the arrival at the airport in Uyo, where fans were telling him to calm down. Mwabali. Small. The fans were
telling him.
Fans were telling him.
See what I was saying, that I must get security in place for
this
that game.
year, this season, 12 matches for Sterling Wabali. He has considered 18 goals.
But he had 2 clean sheets.
In club and country.
But he had 2 clean sheets.
12 games.
No, let's not talk about Wabali now. Maybe after.
No, I'm just talking about
after everything.
Downhill in which Nigeria they've gone at this point.
Maybe is that Wabali that will save us tomorrow against Benin Republic. We don't even know yet. So the guy who makes you quiet today can make you laugh tomorrow. They say. So
in all of these things, South Africa just draw points. They don't win their game. That's
so you know what.
You know one funny thing that might happen. South Africa dropping points and we failing to beat Benin Republic.
That would be crazy for both Nigeria and South Africa. But on the other hand, also, I think I also thought about what if South Africa were not deducted of 3 points?
They are
qualified already.
I thought about it this morning.
I
just bought my. So okay, let me do the maths. Let's get 3 points back. That 1 point they got against Zimbabwe would have been good enough for qualifying for the World Cup party.
Yeah.
From Johannesburg to Pretoria, and then we'll be here struggling. But they say. Let's talk about the MPFL because of our time quickly. Samis, what do you make of what happened in Kano between Kano Pillars and Shooting Stars?
Oh, not the best of scene from that encounter, the Sani Abacha Stadium. 1-1, the game ended at the end of 90 minutes. And it is said that it was the wrong call from the center referee that made the fans maybe lose their manners. But one too many. I think something should be done with fans in Kano and also the Sani Abacha Stadium. What are the security measures that has been put in place in that stadium? Because right after the sound of the final whistle, how did the fans even get easy access to the pitch? That's one thing. And then, if you want to look at it, the referee had the wrong call. We see these things in Europe where the referees they get the wrong call. But I'm not sure it has come to that level where I see fans go to the pitch and they tear into the pitch and then start to cause all sort of troubles where they actually throw objects at fans and all of that. But for the fans at the Sani Abacha Stadium, not the first. It happened 2023. It happened 2022, 2021. And then we talk about the 2000s, 2016, 14, 13, where all of these things has also happened in the NPFL. This actually needs to stop. We are trying to promote our league, but these are the things that are taking us back also as a body of Nigerian football. It is not the best. And what does the rule book say as regards to this sort of incident that has happened there at the Sani Abacha Stadium? So many things. There could be new rules also for this kind of situations in which we had in the NPFL.
Okay, so talking about the rules, DOLAPO, help us with that.
Well, right now, I think the MPFL have come out with a statement and they fined them 9.5 million naira.
Kano Pillars.
They fined Kano Pillars 9.5 million naira.
Enough.
And they've deducted 3 points and 3 goals as well.
Is that enough?
So, again, they wouldn't also be allowed to play any of their games this season.
I wish when I say this thing, give the 3 goals and 3 points to
so shooting stars would have been better. But I think they are just deducting it. And again, they are also saying they are not allowed to play any of their games with fans at the Sani Abacha Stadium from now on till the end of the season. There? So I think one thing is just like I feel like this thing is becoming one too many in that side. Last season I think they were fined twice. This season they've been fined once. In after how many games? 8 games. This thing continue happening because of this type of offense or the way the way the MPFL handles this. Because
I remember when I was talking about managerial casualties in the MPFL. I said the next club I put my eyes on, Kano Pillars. 𝐿𝐷𝐿 is the man in charge. I don't know, maybe he has a superior. You know how these things work in Nigerian football, but 𝐿𝐷𝐿 is the one in charge, former Lobby started coach, and they're 17 as we speak, with so much in terms of investment in that club side. Sponsorship that I've seen from the club handle and they are 17.
Now they will have 5 points.
They will have 5 points. They have to take 3. That means they have to go down.
They have to go down.
Down.
Even behind Barao, because
Barao.
they would remove 3
It's even
goals.
good. Both of them are neighbors, Barao and Caniclas. So
Okay, I think the NPFL was also telling them to get those people that caused that thing. I saw a report from them yesterday saying they've arrested a few players, a few people that did that. But when I saw the media report from Ahmed Musa, he didn't say anything like that. This thing is just all about the way NPFL handles this, because I think removing 3 goals and 3 points does not work for me. It will happen again if you are removing 3 goals and 3 points. If you are allowing them play their games at home, it would happen again.
What about
take them away? Let them come and play their game here in Ibadan.
I know. No, you have to put in mind if they have to push them, the proximity must be not too close.
It should be too far.
But not extremely far. Like come and play in Ibadan.
And then they should take them somewhere far away.
Samis, we've talked about push them away, close the this, close the that. How about those measures you put in place before the start of a game?
That's why I said, what are the security measures, and how did the fans get easy access to the pitch?
How many securities
right after
do you have? So in that rule, how many security were you supposed to have before the start of a game? You say 100 police, is it 50 policemen, is it 200 policemen?
In fact, you look at the number of fans that you're going to have, and then you look at, in fact, I'm not sure we had stewards there yesterday.
Because I remember also, back then, I don't know, maybe they've changed the rules now, that the NPFL, to start an NPFL game, must have 200 policemen. There was a day I was watching, is it La Liga or the English? I can't remember, but I think
I think we watched one in the South African League together. Stanley Wabali's Chippa United against.
Now, maybe we're talking about not even security now.
Oh,
I was talking about.
Please.
Yeah.
They would now play their home games in Castina. The stadium have been closed. At least for the minimum of 10 games.
𝐔𝐿𝐷𝐃 Stadium.
I think in Castina, yes.
That's 𝐔𝐿𝐷𝐃.
So for minimum of 10 games, they won't be playing their home games at home.
Good.
I think that one is still
so that's probably a good update. Update also, Tunisia finally won their game against the opponent Namibia by 3 goals to his final whistle. It's time for them to hug, party, and of course tell the fans that thank you for coming, for us, supporting us.
This Tunisia that defeated Nigeria at the 2018 African Cup of Nations quarterfinals. They failed to go to the World Cup in 2022. They failed to go when?
Further in the Nations Cup.
2023.
Yeah.
Now look at them at the World Cup.
Tell me a big player in this team.
Maskani,
this is not
their captain.
Maskani. Who's Maskani? I don't know.
Well, you.
I know, but I'm just saying for the average, someone like Kenny, who is he? The other boy I know, Aniba, the one from Burnley, who was there
former Manchester United.
but against Liverpool.
Oh yeah.
But I'm just going back to the NPFL thing before we begin to wind. There was a game I was watching a few days ago. I don't know, maybe La Liga or in Premier League. Guess what? Why they stopped the game for a few minutes? Because there were no extra balls on the touchline. Because they're supposed to have balls on the cone close to the touchline where players can pick. There were no extra balls, so they referee need to wait for a few minutes for them to get balls there. Now, how much more security before the start of a game? How much more?
These are the things that actually should be put in place.
It just reminds me of what happened in that Premier League showdown between Rangers and Enyimba. You saw those pictures?
Yes.
When Rangers won, that Enyimba boycotted.
Yes.
37, 38 or 36, yes. I think we're close. So we saw the fans standing close to the touch line.
More than the capacity of the stadium.
But you know what? Let's move on. For Insurance of Benin, SAMIES, Kennedy Baboye is a new man in charge now.
Having lost their game yesterday to Ikorodu City.
Yeah.
I think Kennedy Baboye should actually take time to reflect on the players. And, for the Benin Arsenal, they were a side who came into the NPFL from the championship, the NNL, to the NPFL with so much prospect. With so much prospect. And I remember they went through the abridged league format unbeaten till they got to the Super 6 and all that. But since then, there has been a decline. And
I'm not sure. They play on the continent?
They played in the CAF Confed Cup.
Yeah.
They played in the CAF Confed Cup. And I don't know where the decline actually came from. Maybe it's down to the words or the behavior of the coach.
Which coach?
That's a former coach, Mondio
left them. I said they want to holding their destiny.
No, I'm not.
Because talking about that coach, Bayelsa won against Rivers today by 2-1.
Yes,
in Port Harcourt.
Yes.
So that's Mondio Dike. So is it the one holding the fortune of Insurance of Benin?
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't know where to tie the misfortune of Bendel Insurance now.
Maybe let me help you. Let me help you jokingly. Maybe since Philip Schreiber left as deputy governor,
and I know he's the man who actually loves football so much.
Yeah, so management of Insurance of Benin has approved the appointment of Coach Kennedy Boboye as the technical manager of the club. The appointment follows a mutual agreement between the management and the Benin Arsenals and Coach Boboye for him to assume full responsibility for the club's technical department with immediate effect. After a thorough evaluation, the management found Coach Boboye suitable for the role and has offered him a substantive 2-year contract. The decision is based on his proven track record, impressive credentials, extensive experience in the Nigerian Premier Football League. Agreement has been concluded for the official unveiling of the Delta-born technician in Benin City. That will be on the 14th of October, which is Tuesday tomorrow. So there you have it. So, SAMIES, let's talk one more before we wrap up. There's this lucrative tennis event happening in Saudi Arabia that will see players get as much as $5 million for participating. That's a big money before the ATP finals.
Well, I think the players they've also been calling on an increment also in all of their competitions. But this is actually a big one. But the more the money, the more the competition.
If not the
Saudis, yeah. But the more the money competition, the more the money for them.
Let's hope these players, some of them will not be too jaded to play in the ATP World Tour finals. That's the much we can take on the show this Monday afternoon. We'll see you guys again on Tuesday morning, 7:40 for Scoreboard in 15. I've done this with SAMIES and DOLAPO. I am Peter Omo.